Well, let's talk about my first impression of the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar Tactical. What a long name. Let's do this. So yes, this is not a review, this is only a first impression video. I use that watch, in fact I have it on my wrist since now 6 days. It's the first time I remove it, unless for washing myself. And well, what do I think about it? Sorry if the setup is a bit weird, it's because most of the video will be on that plan so you can see the watch very well. So that's the watch in question, and I'm gonna compare it with the previous model, that one, just like that. You can see it's a bit it look a bit the same, but they do have changed some things. So as you can see, that one, that's the old one. The right side is a little more squarey. Now everything is more in circle, and if we look inside here, they had a little bit of texture on that one. So in my opinion, it does look less ugly on the new one. It's not a type of watch that I love, but I do understand that some people does like those kind of watch. But well, I'm just talking about the look now, because the watch is insane. It's insanely good. But I just don't like the look. I prefer the look of maybe that one. That's the Phoenix 7X. My others are just not right here. I love the Garmin Tactics and those kind of watch. Those one are kind of plasticky. That's what I mostly don't like about it. So yes, that's what we have here. If we look at on the side, it's about the same thing. Yes, the buttons are a bit different. On the other side, you can see that on the new one, the button is bigger, but that's not a really good thing because it's poorly made. Before, if you see the back button, I was just pressing on it and well, it was fine. The new one, I really have to press on top, because if I press at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it, but actually I'm pressing on it and it doesn't press. It doesn't click. It really doesn't click, and actually I'm pressing really hard. So if I want to click, I have to press on top of the button. And now it does work very well. You see? Now it's pressing, and here it's just and it's the same thing if you press at the top of the other one. It's just not press. You have to press at the bottom of the upper button and at the top of the lower button to make it work. So, well, that's it. And if we look, let's take a look at the wristband. It's almost the same thing. It does feel as the same kind of silicone. They have the Garmin logo, and it's about the same thing. And if we look at the back, just right here, you can see that. By the way, this is the Instinct, the very first model. The Instinct 2 is in fact the Instinct 3, because they had the solar model that came later. That is really the very first one. It's the most based model. And you got a new position for the charging dock, and they also changed the HR sensor for the new model. There's another thing that they have moved, and if we look at just right here, you can see that the barometric input is under the watch, which was not a really good idea, because if you were sweating into it, or if some dust get into it at that position, you were getting a wrong elevation, or you were seeing some weird stuff on the graph. And on the new one, they move it right here on the side. So really, really well done. And actually, I didn't get any trouble with my elevation. Everything looks great every time. So that's pretty much it for the difference. Now, what I really don't like about it, it's the price. By the way, if you want to see the price, because I'm going to talk just right now in Canadian dollar, because I'm Canadian. The price. The price. Well, if you want to see your actual price for your own country at some place where you can order it, there is a link in the description. You can click on it and see over maybe different store depending of where you are in the world. You can shop for the best price from there. And anyway, if you order from there, I do a commission out of the sale. So thank you if you order from there. But let's talk in today's price. The old one is $300. The new one is $600. Well, actually, yes, there is some kind of difference, because that one is non-solar, and this one is solar and is the tactical model. In fact, the tactical model is $650. The non-tactical is $600, if I'm not wrong. So there's a huge gap between the two. And the thing is, that old model, it comes in discount often at $200, and I got a friend that did order it at $150. So yes, because it's often in discount at such a price, you've got a lot of things for your money. And now at 600 or 650, or I think the base model is 500 or maybe 450. Check the links. Check the links. It's a lot more money, and it's still a plastic watch. This one, I pick that one because it's black. That's another great thing. You have a lot of choice in color. That one it's the base model. It's the charcoal gray. I think it's an ugly color. When you look at it on the website, you may think it's a black model, but no, it's charcoal gray, and it's in my opinion ugly. So this time I did pay a bit more money to get the black, because you can't get the black one otherwise than picking the tactical model, which actually give me some military option that I really don't care. The option are the kill switch, so you can press on 2 buttons and it will kill the watch in 10 seconds. You have a stealth mode to make all the antenna goes off and GPS goes off, everything, so you can be stealth. But yes, that's my point. It's a lot of money for what. It's still a very good watch. It still delivers the same great thing as the old one, and a bit more. But it's more expensive by a lot. So I'm not really sure if actually I had to buy one. I would wait for the previous model to come on discount, maybe at $150 or $200, which is a really, really great deal. That's why I loved the Instinct 1. It's because it does a lot of things for very few bucks. Now you got a watch that does a lot of things, but for a lot more of money. And it's a plastic watch. So my point is that at this point, you just have to put a little bit more money to get a Phoenix. And now you've got mapping and a few more stuff. That's my point. But still, it's an excellent watch. And if you're ready to pay that money for a plastic watch, well, that's what you will get. you can do a lot of stuff. You can see right now the main screen, they had a little bit more information. If I compare with the old one, you got the information in the circle here, you got a graph here, you got the time, the seconds. Actually, what you see over the seconds here is the stealth mode. You can see it's disabled because it's empty. If it were full, it would be enabled. And then under here, I had two information I was able to set. So I put the battery level and the date. And actually on that one, I put the date and the outside temperature. And under it, there is one more information you can add. And actually, I choose to have the sunrise and sunset time. And it's all configurable. Everything can be edited. So if I come here, actually, sorry, my watch is in French because I've just done that video in French. So I come here and set that to English. And actually, that's the thing I realized by changing it in French, language, English. Okay, now it's in English. Fine. So if I come here inside the menu and go on watch face, I'm able to choose between all of these watch face. You can also download a new watch face on the Garmin Connect app. But if you pick that one, I think that one had even more information. You got one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 data on the main screen, and you can all edit that. So if I come back here on the watch face, select that one, customize. So here you can see there is the moon cycle, and I don't know why in all the watch I have tried with Garmin, the Instinct is the only one that have the moon cycle built in. You can download it on the other's watch, but the Instinct is the only one that got it built in, and that you can even use on the main screen. So yeah, here you can choose between a few options. You really choose what you want to have here, and then you got a graph. I choose to have my heart rate, but I can also have elevation, barometric, battery level, battery level, and solar charging, number of steps in the day, and my heart rate. We're back there, and the information here can be, let's see all of them. You've got day of the week and day of the month and month, number of steps, elevation, barometric pressure. This one is also a barometric pressure, but if instead of showing you the pressure, it tells you if it's stable or if it's going high, or if it going down. If it's going down, you know that there is a storm maybe incoming. That's the sunset time. You see the difference? The lower line gives you a bit more information. That is the sunset time because it's the next occurrence. And at 1856, when the sun will be set, it will tell me the next occurrence. So it will tell me the sunrise time. Then you got the number of notification you have on your phone. That's, I think, if you have an appointment, it will tell you at what time. Not sure. That's the outside temperature, the number of calories you have burned in the day, the number of floors you have climbed in the day, the number of intensity minute of. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's for the week. That's the universal time, the battery level, and we start over again. I think I had put the elevation. So yeah, it's really configurable as you wish. You can change everything, and it's the same principle when you come inside an activity. See, if I go into walk mode, and you see, that's a great thing also about the battery. Before, with the very base model, you only had the battery level expressed like this. So I actually know that I lost about 20% because there is 5 bar and there's only 4 remaining. They fixed that on the solar model of the first generation, but on that one, you see I have 43% of battery and 12 days left. And if I start an activity, I have 15 hours of GPS. So that's great. And if I come here in walk setting, I can change my data screen. If I want to change the layout, do I want to have 1 info, 2 info, 3, 4, 5? You can have up to 5 data. Oops, actually I will come back to that 5 like that. And you can change also all the information you will find inside it. Very, very well done. And there's one more thing that was not available on the first model. And it's new since the new Garmin Fenix 7. You can edit those information from your phone on the Garmin Connect app. It's not something that I will use personally. I really love the fact that you can edit all those things directly from the watch. But if you're someone that don't like it and prefer to do it on your phone, now it's possible to do it on your phone. So very great feature they have implanted in that new watch. What else? The solar charging. Well, actually I didn't really test it, but I think it's great for the battery. After 6 days, 43% remaining. That's they say about 12 days in smart watch mode. And actually, as you can see, if I go inside that, it tells me that it will last for the last 6 hours. What light that have been input into the watch, and as you can see, it's very few because I'm working in that dark environment, and I do my outdoor activities most of the time at night because I like the night ambience. So yeah, so I'm not really using the solar panel. And still 6 days, 43% battery remaining, and I do about 1 hour and a half to 2 hour and a half of GPS use every night. So that's great. You've got the weather just right here. You got the next hours of weather. You've got the next days, the 12-hour trends, the air quality. You can have the sunset and sunrise time for today or for tomorrow and all those other days. You can also press and hold, choose another location with save location, coordinate, or current location. So you can input the coordinate of that place and see at what time it is sunset and sunrise every day. So very, very well done. Again, you got a lot of things. Oh, there's one thing here about the screen that most of the time it's fine, but you know that circle here, I don't know why they made it that way. Is it just for the look? But sometime it's not good. So let's say I come here, I will load my previous activity because that's where I did realize that it was kind of bugging sometime. Here you see it's well made. You see that was yesterday at 21:31. I did walk 8.72 kilometers for 1 hour and a half. And if I go down here, you see now my time come up here, and the time is hidden behind that walking man that I don't really care to see. And again, it will be the same thing. You see here the average heart rate and max heart rate, if I move down, is now hidden under it. It's not the end of the world, but that's what it is. What else? Oh, the pixel. The pixel are smaller on the new one. If you look at the old one, you can see by the 7 that there is some point. You do see the pixel. And if you look on that one, even if the actually with the display I pick, the number are smaller, you won't see as many pixel. You do see some, but actually when you look at it with your eyes, yes, I can see some, but it's better. And it feels more fluid to me. Everything looks more fluid I don't know. The other one was not fluid, but I don't know. It does feel more fluid on the new one. And you can also see more information on the same page. So if I come here into the activity page, I can now have, even if the top and the lowest one is not really well shown right now, if I come on that one, you'll see that I think it's only 3 you will get. Yes, you got only 3 information, and now you got up to 5. So everything is a bit different about how they display it. They have more pixel and they use them. That's a great thing. The next point is not something I did realize myself, but someone made me a comment about this, and well, I think it's a great point to talk. There is something weird about the backlighting. Actually, you won't be able to see it because I just turn it on, and actually the lights are so strong that you won't see anything. And there's also that thing that if I'm moving it that way, you don't see anything. And actually I do see very well. Oh, you see? Now I'm able to make you see it a bit. You see if I go on... okay. Well, it's probably about the polarization of the screen, but you see if I move it that way, there is some... See, now you don't see it, but like that, neither. And like that you see it. Like that you see it. You see if I move it that way, you can see up to there. But if it's like that, you see up to there. And if it's like that, now it's really hard to show. But the thing is, let's explain it that way. If I'm looking straight like this, actually I'm seeing very well. I'm seeing very well in every side. But when it's dark and I turn on the backlight and I look at like that, it kind of creates a thin layer of brightness that don't let me see the time. So let's say that if you look at just like that, it's fine. But if you're looking like that with the backlight, you don't see the time. And the thing is that it's like if they put the screen in reverse, because I did realize with my old one that they got the same thing when I look it up like that. So if I was looking at like that, it would create a problem. So you don't really care about that because it's never happened. But when I was looking at it like that, it was fine. So with that new one, if I'm looking like that, I don't see it. So I really need to move like that. But again, it's only with the backlight. Otherwise, you see it very well in every direction. So actually, I think it's on the right side. If you look at it on the right side and at the and from the bottom, you don't see it well with the backlight. And with the previous model, it was from the top and the left side. Just something to know. Another thing, it's very light. It's very, very light. It kind of weighs nothing. It's very, very light. So, yes. I think that was pretty much that's it for what I have to say after 6 days. Very, very good watch. Very, very good watch. Seriously. I just think it's a lot of money for a plastic watch. But still, it does a lot of things. But personally, I would still put a bit more money to get a Phoenix. My actual favorite watch of all brand combined is this one. That's the Garmin Fenix 7X Solar Sapphire. You got Solar and Sapphire. There's a flashlight that I love. There's a lot of features inside here. You've got mapping. Of course, that one is more than the double of the price. And if you pick the base model of the new Instinct 2, it's even probably the triple of the price. But you've got mapping, you've got a big screen, you've got the battery. The battery is insane inside it. That's my favorite watch, by far. By far. But still, this one is a very good watch. I do recommend it, but I think it's expensive for a plastic watch. Yeah, that's it for now. And I'll come back to you in a few weeks or month for the full review. You'll have to give me some time to test it more deeply. So this is it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. And if you need help to find this product online, please see my links in the description. And finally, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel so you can find me back easily next time you're looking for a great review video. See ya!